James, speaking after today's 42-13 victory over Newcastle Thunder, what are your thoughts on how the team played?
Yeah, pretty well. I think we learned a lesson about how to start halves. I thought in the first half, we didn't finish in good enough positions to kick the ball effectively from at the start of the game, and on the back of that we probably didn't defend as well as we wanted to. In the second half we changed that. I thought we played plenty of football and challenged them with shape, but we finished in smart positions which helped us kick and transition to D well, and on the back of that, we really drained Newcastle and then ended up with a comfortable victory in the end.
And to keep an opponent to nil for 40 minutes as well, that must give you a lot of confidence as a coach.
Yeah, I mean, obviously to go from 40 minutes of rugby league and not continue to try is good, and obviously we did that last week for 40 minutes. What we're after is levels of consistency which sees us do that for 80 minutes or very close.
Played for two half-backs and Matty Marsh today, and you could tell how important half-backs are to a rugby league team, couldn't you?
Yeah, I just hope at some point we have enough games with regular halves and full-backs out there so these questions stop coming. But I think it's probably the first time we've not changed our spine for a long time, and that's probably the closest we've been with the ball in terms of dropping into shape, pulling the trigger and asking questions, short side, long side. It's the closer we've got to playing as we want to play with the ball, and I thought the second half we really challenged Newcastle with our intent, challenged them with shape, kicked well, defended well, and I'm pretty proud of that second half.
Now, three teenagers did play today, we'll come to them in a minute, but one didn't, Miles Harrison, and I'm guessing wanting that continuity down the spine was the reason behind that.
Yeah, the one thing I'm disappointed with today is I couldn't get Miles a game, because obviously we believe a lot in Miles and we want him to play to continue developing. But I thought it was really important that Marshy got another opportunity at full back. We've moved Marshy a lot because of his ability, his versatility and the injuries that we've had. So he's been sacrificed, but he's not played an awful lot of fullback because of that. And he got just a little bit behind the kick last week against Lee for a couple of their tries. So I thought it was really important that he got an opportunity today to put into practice the feedback that we gave him. And I thought he, Jamie and Liam combined pretty well throughout.
And on to the three teenagers. Toby Warren and AJ Towers appeared again. Brad Ward made his debut for the club. Just talk us through what you thought of their performances.
Yeah, I thought Toby was good. They played in the back row, 80 minutes. Against blokes, I thought his defensive detail was good. We carried with some intent. Obviously, carrying into 18-year-olds is slightly different to carrying into blokes and full-time blokes as well. So yeah, he's on a good trajectory as a player. His Tobes. Really proud of the two young men on the wing. I thought AJ and Brad caught some challenging kicks. It was windy out there. We're just putting spiral bombs up. And as Clark keeps reminding me, I was a specialist in dropping spiral bombs. But they looked really assured under that level of pressure. And I just really enjoyed how hard they carried the ball. They both looked athletic and at times unlucky not to cause more damage to the Newcastle defence.
And Brad Ward at the last minute, it's a pretty impressive try. He finished off for an 18-year-old debutant, wasn't it? Yeah,
it was unlucky before. We shifted the ball out to him and gloves got him away, and I've been watching it back. It's not forward, but yeah. But pleased we made amends for him and gave him another opportunity at the end. It's an outstanding finish, really. If Tommy Makerson scores that, it's on the Super League advert, and hopefully York will be showing it and promoting our version of Tommy Makerson.
And in those three and Miles Harrison, there's clearly this talent in York, and we're all about now looking to get them into our club, aren't we?
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. And they've worked really hard for this opportunity. We had Miles and AJ. They did a full pre-season with us in 2020 with very little hope of playing the first team. 2021 and 2022, obviously they've ripped in training, and they are now knocking on the door. They are challenging regular first team players, and the lesson there is young people in York, we want you in this team, we want you at this club, but you've got to be willing to invest in yourselves.
Jacob Ogden also made his competitive debut at left centre today. What do you make of him?
He's a handful, isn't he? He's explosive, he's quick, he's very, very strong. There's a couple of details we're going to tidy up in terms of his attacking game, but he's a very coachable young man, and I'm sure we can see plenty of improvement in and around him.
And we'll travel to one of his former clubs, to his former club, London Broncos, next week. They've had a tough start to the year, but you can't afford to get complacent, can you?
No, absolutely. They travel's a challenge. Obviously, London, looking at the squad, they've got some real athletes in there who are hard to handle. So if they go down there and aim up, defensively, kick well, select intelligent plays, play with some composure, and build on what we've served up today.